Hey guys, Michael with Quiet Lawn. We operate an all-electric lawn service for about the past 5 years now in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area. I made a video early this year showing you our new setups. We're operating out of Toyota Priuses and mowing with one-man crews. And I thought I would take you a little bit closer because we've had several questions about specifics and how it was laid out on the inside and whatnot. But this is our basic setup. We have one man that one person per one-man crew for each vehicle. They go out and mow between 10 and 15 lawns a day, and you know, then come back at the end of the day and put everything up. But this is the setup they use. We used to use a big box truck that got about probably 8 miles to the gallon. Had a lot of maintenance with it, a lot more expense and overhead with a two-man crew, and we switched to this year, and it's made a big difference. So we've been really happy with it. We operate currently using the Greenworks 25-inch mowers, which I'll link to the video about my thoughts on this mower and the issues we've had with them this year. But we also use Ego mowers as well as some others that we're trying to, you know, figure out which is the best for us. But I'll show you the inside. So all of our equipment, the only equipment that stays on the outside is the mower, and this is only during the day. At night at the shop, these are put up and locked away inside of our shop. But if you open the hatch here, you'll see that we have all of our other equipment. We've got our Ego blower, our Ego string trimmer, and our Ego edger. We still use Ego handheld equipment because although we've had issues with the batteries, the tools themselves are super reliable, super powerful, and we've had almost no issues out of dozens of pieces of equipment that we've owned and we still use. We do use other stuff, and I hope to be able to share that with you in the near future, but we have started using some other handheld equipment. But Ego is still one of my favorites for sure. You can see back here we you know, have a few extras. We carry rakes and a shovel and just some basic stuff in case somebody asks for a small task while we're at a property. But we don't really, I don't think we've even used them, so I might take this out for next year and just, you know, leave this all mowing stuff. Right here we got our little compartment with our extras like edger blades. We've got our string for our string trimmer right here, which you can see we're out of. I need to add another spool in there from the shop. We've got our batteries for our Greenworks mowers, which are normally up here, but we're moving some things around. We've got our batteries for our Ego equipment up here. And as I showed you in another video, all of these chargers are plugged into 2 different power strips, and those power strips are ran out the bottom of the vehicle, and these plug in at our shop at night via these extension cords, and that's how we charge our equipment overnight. Right there is our battery powered pump sprayer, 2-gallon sprayer. That's what we use to spot spray weeds in beds. That's one of our add-on services for mowing. We do get comments when on our older video about our setup. A lot of guys ask, like, you know, hey, how do you haul mulch, how do you haul debris and all that. You know, if you're still solo, or if you're still a you know, an operation where you're doing most of the work, or you have one crew, you do need a vehicle that's more versatile. You know, if you're doing lots of different types of jobs out of that same vehicle. But for us, you know, this vehicle is only used for mowing. These Priuses are just used for mowing, so we don't need to be able to do landscaping out of them. So there's no need to have that stuff. We have, you know, a landscaping vehicle for that, and we have a van that we spray and do fertilizer out of, and that's out right now doing Christmas lights. But we have a specific type setup for each crew that goes out. So for this one, there's no need to really haul debris. They're not trimming anything, you know, they're not trimming shrubs out of this. They're not doing mulch. They're not doing cleanups. This setup is just for mowing. So you can see we got our nice sign here. These carriers, we fabricated them ourselves. My guy Kevin did an awesome job. He doesn't have a ton, he just started welding, so you know, this isn't super complicated. If this is something you want to tackle yourself, you know, he figured out these carriers on his own, and it wasn't too hard, but he did a great job on it. So over here You can see I built a custom little holder for the trimmers just so they could slide in and out easily for when you're getting them out. So when I go to grab another tool, I just grab it and it slides right out. I have talked in a previous video, after running these setups for a year, the only change I'm going to make is that we're going to get these trimmers out of the car, and we're just going to mount a rack here and have them, you know, horizontal across here like you would with a normal trimmer rack. And the only reason is because these things just make such a mess. You can see how much dirt's in the vehicle. You can see it's everywhere, especially during pollen season in the spring. Like with this hatch being open while the guys were mowing, this whole thing was just like coated in pollen. So we're going to get the string trimmer and the edger out of here, and we're going to get some nice locking trimmer racks fabricated right here. Otherwise I love it, but that will free up a good bit of space on the inside for some kind of cooler or some kind of setup that we could keep our batteries cooled with, and that's what I'm thinking for next year. Up front, got to have your big hats for the summer. We've got our cooler. Each one of our crews has one of these coolers. We've got a little freezer inside, and we just use these refreezable ice packs. And each morning the guys come in, they get their ice packs, they swap them out, they put their waters in, and they go. We've also got we use a 5-gallon bucket for trash, and each crew has that, and at the end of the day they dump that and put it back in the car. But that's pretty much it. It's real simple. We've got our phone holder to carry the phones. We use cheap Motorola phones for our crews that we use yard books, so each phone has an app on it, and each crew can pull up their route for the day. And those Motorola phones work great for us. I think we paid $50 a piece for them, and we've had them for 2 or 3 years each. And like I said, the guys just put it on there, and that's how they can follow their route for the day. Other nice stuff to have in here, you know, we just keep trash bags, extra string. You know, there's really not a whole lot you need in here. We got stuff in here that you might need once in a blue moon, like we keep a mower cover that we got on Amazon. I'll try to link to that because it's a nice cover and it's only like 30 bucks. But we've got a nice cover we keep in here in case we get caught out in the rain. The guys can put the cover over this mower while they drive back to the shop or while they wait for the rain to stop. But that's our setup. It gets about 50 miles to the gallon. Our guys mow 50-60 yards a week with them, and I think we put gas in them maybe every 4 to 6 weeks. So way different than the Isuzu NPR box truck we had before that was getting maybe 8 miles a gallon. So, you know, this thing has cost a fraction of what that one cost to operate. You know, a hand sanitizer. One big thing you need to make sure you have plenty of is pens and notepads for your crews and business cards, because they're going to get a lot of requests for estimates, and we make sure to pay our guys commissions for new signups to incentivize them getting information. And when somebody asks for an estimate, our guys just ask them for their name, number, email, and address, and they send that to the office, and the office, Ibrahim and the guys in the office will contact them and send them an estimate and measure their property via satellite and whatnot. We also include sunscreen, the little electrolyte powders, you know, just little stuff like that that we keep in the car to help the guys stay comfortable. But hope you enjoyed it. I'd love your feedback on the setup. Do you need to run a Toyota Prius? No. Some people ask me about running the small like ProMaster vans or Ford Transits. Those are great. I just, you know, I love Priuses. I own a Prius personally. I love the gas mileage you get. I love the reliability of them. And, you know, how many people do you know mowing out of a Prius? So it's pretty cool, and it works well for us. Will we maybe switch to a different type of vehicle in the future? Maybe. We might switch to those type of vans, but we don't really need the space, and this does just fine for what we're doing. So thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing your comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Hello everyone, this is Michael with Quiet Lawn. If you'd like advice, information, or tips about taking care of your lawn or landscape, please follow us.